Hello friends, welcome back to the channel. My name is Kristen and this is Growing Zone 9B. This is my sweet girl Pumpkin. She is out here with me today. She's such a sweet girl. She is from our local shelter, our county shelter. I always call it the dog pound because I'm old. She's so sweet. She was so scared and very timid, and now she's just blossoming into a wonderful, wonderful, sweet little girl. Other than her digging holes, she's an angel, and I love her. She's a good dog. She's always got happy tail, as you hear it bang onto our grow box. So I am finishing the final touches and trying to get this grow box together. So that is what we are going to be working on today. Not everything is glamorous as you guys like to sometimes see on YouTube channels. I love how people are always just like, oh, this is so much fun, it's so easy, just go out and do this. And friends, the garden can be a lot of work. It really can be. It is work worth doing. Do not mistake what I'm saying, but it is absolutely work. So these boxes are fairly easy for me personally to put together. I have mentioned that before. The kits from Vego come with this little bag of nuts and little backings to them. And so what I end up doing is I put a majority of them on. I leave the top two holes out, and then I will go back and just stand here and do them. The reason why I'm leaving the holes open this time is because I have bars that, this one has that cage, the top that goes over it. So I need to leave that open for that. But now I would say for me overall, just doing this by myself, this process takes somewhere around, honestly, about 2.5 to 3 hours, because you've got to pull all that plastic off of the sheets here. So there's that film that comes on here, and it's on both sides of your beds, so you have to pull that off, and that's gonna take you a little bit of time in itself. So just keep that in mind. And I don't ever like crank on these up front. I learned that the hard way. I ended up cranking down on these, and then when I got towards like the last couple of ones, what ended up happening was it was a little bit off, like the hole didn't line up all the way, and so it made it a lot more difficult for me. I had to loosen them back up just to give me that extra space. But it can be done by a single person, and that's what I want to encourage you guys, is that you absolutely can do this. And the reason why I invest in these beds is, number one, because I've learned that I love gardening, and number two, these beds will last 20 to 25 years as opposed to getting the wood beds. Like I said, I have grown in ground, I have grown in buckets, I have tried the grow tower. My fiance built wooden containers, and you know, you just have to do what's best for you. And at this point in my growing career and life, this is what is best for us. The other thing that I want to talk to you guys about a little bit today, real quick, is you notice my shirt? This is from a blood drive that Brother Paul did. He participated in that, and I just want to tell him thank you publicly, and thank one of my beautiful friends, Carolyn, and her sister, Lori. There was a time in my life when I needed blood transfusions. I never thought that I would be that person. I always thought it was like for old people. I just never, like, you know, if you don't do it, you don't know that, like, you don't know the need, I guess. And anyway, there was a situation and I needed lots of blood, and so I am grateful to them for their love and donation that they did for me, because without them I would maybe not be here, and for everybody else that donates. So when you think about that, think about those people that, not just the elderly, there could absolutely be young people or younger people that need it. You just never know their circumstance, and if you can help to save a life, because honestly that's what it came down to, was my life was on the line at that point. And yeah, without them and without blood donations and the people that do it, I honestly wouldn't be here today. That's not the first example of how I may or may not be here today, because I've had plenty of stuff happen in my life that sometimes I sit back and say, the Lord definitely had a hand in my life, because I have made it more times than not. So, right, so I'm just going to continue working on this bed. We're going to get it put together, and then, like I said, my fiance is going to screw this down real tight for me. Once I get everything in place, we're going to put those bars on, and then I'm going to move this bed into place. And I'm excited because he also got me, my neighbor, my sweet neighbor Patrick, gave me a wheelbarrow, and the wheel was a wheel that has like a tire on it that has a tube, and I have bougainvilleas, and I have managed to pop all the tires on my fiance's lawnmower, and so he's always having to fill them up with air. And well, I mean, I didn't do it, the bush did it technically, but because I have that bush, the bush is beautiful, but it's got these thorns that are just massive. And anyway, so that's what happens to my wheelbarrow. It has some issues from the bougainvillea, and now we're gonna put on one of those solid tires so that way I don't have to worry about that anymore, because I got all that dirt that's sitting there from where I had removed it from those 3-tier beds, and I'm gonna be implementing it into this bed, and we're gonna reuse it. And then I've got some cardboard boxes from the Vego grow beds and some Amazon boxes, and I'm gonna lay a sheet down, an agricultural sheet. We're gonna put that down, and then my fiance and I are gonna be working at filling this bed up, so that way we can get some more vegetables growing. This one is gonna have that cage on it, like I said, and so yeah, it's gonna be a good day. It's beautiful outside today, actually. So it's like already like maybe like 75, 74. So just a great day to be out in the garden and doing what you need to do. The inside is, you will see right here, this side has a little notch on it, and this notch, there's a notch on these as well. And so you line them up like this, I tap them in so that they snap in, they're snapped in, and then you're gonna pinch these together, and then you will screw it in here. So it will screw in, and I'll show you what it looks like. All right, there it is. So it would screw into the bed like this. So I need to put the screw in, and then we'll screw it in. Here we go. Get everything lined up, and then I feel like this process is a little more difficult than the actual screwing in of the metal bed itself. I kind of prefer to have some help with this, but now you can kind of see is how it lines up in the bed. So it's not too bad, it can be done, it's just a lot of work. But they definitely do their best to protect you and protect products that they have. So that's what I like about it. All right, friends, so it is super hot out here, just unbelievably like just humid and just make you feel like you're melting. We have laid the agricultural mat down over here, and we have placed the new Vego bed with the cover right here in front of, or the back part of the house, and then we have this bed that's over here. So what I think it'll end up doing, I've been spending more time in this direction, so I think that it'll end up helping me to kind of stay focused and get these beds going. I was gonna actually replace one of the wooden beds, but when my fiance looked at it, he was like, no, just leave this bed. I think it's fine for a couple more years. And he's like, and this will give us actually more opportunity to grow, which he's right. So what we're gonna end up doing is, right now I just have those blocks that my neighbor gave me holding this mat down in place, and we are actually going to border this off, hopefully do a nice round right there, so he can still kind of come through with his lawnmower. We can trim this tree back, and then we will fill this with rock all the way to the back there, and kind of redo this edgeway. It will look like it does, because we need to redo this side too. All this needs to be redone and cleaned up. He needs to pressure wash the house there, because this is the side of our house that doesn't really get exposed very much to sunlight, so it's got some funk. We've moved this planter out of the way. It had a dead plant in it. We're gonna go ahead and clean that up. And then over here, this is the border, and then we're gonna do rocks. We need to get more rocks. That's why I'm trying to get the dirt from over there in the corner cleaned up. So that is a huge project, but when it's said and done, it will look really nice, just like it does over here. He weed eated, so we got to get the funk out of the rocks over here, but that's a nice border. It looks beautiful. It kind of edges off the garden and just makes everything kind of come together. You can see the cover over there. That's what it'll look like. I don't know if I've taken you guys to actually see that, but the cover is here, and so this is what the cover looks like. It does go all the way down to the edge of the bed, and it gives you like some Velcro, so you can just Velcro it up. It does have ties and zippers, and it keeps the bugs from getting into your garden. So I do like that. Like I said, I'm hoping that they kind of come out with a cover that will be more like protective of UV, because here it gets so hot and so dry. Like, we're humid, but it's dry at the same time. You can see here too, look how dry it is. Like, I just watered this and it already looks like it's not been watered. So that's why I try to keep mulch on the beds once the plants get established, because then I can try to keep some moisture retained in these beds over here. My brother, shout out to my brother. I don't know if I've mentioned this to you guys. I have been telling a lot of people, so I get kind of lost sometimes on what I'm telling you guys and what I'm actually telling like the people that I surround myself with. Thank you, brother, my real brother, my biological brother, called me up, hit me up yesterday and said, he said, hey, come over here, come get some of these banana trees. They're encroaching on like basically like his pool area, which I do need to get you guys over there so that I can show you. He has just got a massive amount of bananas and plantains, and so what a blessing. They're down here. He gave me 5. He dug them up for me. Look how tall they are. So you can see them, they're right there. And then I moved some way over there kind of by the boat, and so I will take you guys down there so you can see it closer in the future. What a blessing it is to be able to have those bananas, because that is just more growth and abundance that we need in our life. And like my brother probably has over 100 plants that are good to go, and he's always sharing his bananas with us. So it is an absolute blessing for us to now be kind of getting them to grow. And so we're gonna be, my brother's gonna be, or my fiance I think, is gonna be digging some more up, and we're gonna go take them over to my parents. My dad would like some, and I know my brother is more than willing to share. It's just hard for him. My brother's had some knee surgery. He's a wrestler and he's a nurse practitioner, so he's on his feet a lot, so his knees aren't the best. Like I said, he's had some surgeries on his knees. And so it's hard for him to dig those plants up. So bless him. Much love and gratitude goes out to him for allowing us to have this opportunity and then sharing it. He didn't have to call me and share with me. So, you know, that's what I'm saying. If you got a blessing and you can bless somebody, then, you know, bless them, because you don't know when it'll come back to you or how you can support someone else. When I get... All right, so it took us basically all day to get this dirt moved. It was a lot of work. So here's what it looks like. We have filled the bed. I gotta even it out some. You can see there's a low spot over there. I have some bags of dirt, but I actually want to go get some compost and add a little bit more compost into this for sure. And I just got finished watering everything. I added a little bit of dirt over here in this bed from that area, and I watered it. And then I'll go show you what it looks like over here where we cleaned it up, because we got to get rock now and then finish this area so it looks nice by the pool. But it's been really hot today for sure. Miserably hot. All right, so this is as good as it's gonna get over here. You can still see some dirt. We try to actually like sweep it up, but so this is as good as it's gonna be. There is the grow bed with the cover. Like I said, I just got finished kind of watering everything in, and I got to get a new water head. The water hose head thing that my fiance bought, I don't like it all, so I want more like a gentle rain so I can use it in that actual cover area. It's just like the one he had was like just splashing mud all over it, so that's not cute. So I don't like that, so I got to get something else. But I just love coming out here in the evenings anyway, so it'll be so nice when we finish the rocks over here. Look at these flowers. I know I show them to you all the time, but like, look at how pretty they are. Like, there's the yellow, there's the orange, that's so pretty. I love the nasturtiums. I have an apricot one over here. Look at the apricot color. Isn't that beautiful? I absolutely love this color. Now, I've not made jelly out of this color. I've only used like the orange ones, but look, like there's more orange. And then here's the yellow one down here. I just, like I said, like when the sun starts to set, and like, I don't know if you can really see as well. This camera doesn't really do a good zoom in, but over there, like you can see, it's just like trailing of colors. Like, it's so vibrant and beautiful when that evening starts. And then over here you can see there's apricot there, there's orange and reds mixed all up in there, and it's just such a pleasant place to just sit and come out and just enjoy nature. So what a day. We've done a lot today for sure, so I'm very grateful for my fiance's help. And that's what good teams do, right? You guys, like, if you got a partner or whatever, you guys got to work together. And just, even though it may not be your hobby, and that's what he always says to me, this isn't my hobby. And I'm like, I know, but I need your help because I need your muscle. And that's what you got to do. Like, you just got to work together as a team to do things. Like, sometimes it's just maintenance work, and actually, you know, I think at some point this is going to benefit us for sure. I think we need the food. I think that we need to learn to do more things on our own and be more independent from the system. That's definitely something that I'm really encouraging with you all, is just to try to break away from what we are so used to. So I'm going to take a few minutes and just enjoy. I didn't realize, like, sitting here now that I have that cage, like, it completely blocks the lake view for the most part, unless I like kind of sit to the side and look over that way. Yeah, that obviously wasn't thought through. But nonetheless, I can pop that cover off and then see through the bars in the evenings, which is fine. Like, the cover needs to come off sometimes too, so that the bees can do what they need to do. We are working at getting a new pool pump. Our pool pump is jacked up, so you know, there's always stuff on the radar to get done. So all right, I hope everyone is staying blessed out there. Much love and gratitude for everyone who is watching me and supporting me. This really means a lot to me. I really appreciate each and every one of you. Make sure that you are supporting one another. Get out there, start growing, and you know, as always, love one another, be kind. I will see you guys real soon.